welcome to the show. What a theme song that was.
Chris is in Antarctica. Dude, you look like you're in an alien movie for sure.
Yeah, I kind of liked it. I put it on just kind of as a bit that I was going to abandon immediately after showing you before we started recording. And then I decided I'm keeping it going. As long as the batteries last in this LED headlamp, I am going to be looking like a creeper in an anonymous video.
Chris, for the listeners, he's got a hoodie up on a rain jacket looking thing, and he's got a headlamp on underneath of it. And it looks like he's sitting in outer space, but I think he's in his office. And I can see his breath, which is insane.
Yeah, we had a little cold snap up here in beautiful Oregon.
A little cold snap in our house.
Well, my office is above the garage, and it's not like connected to the heat. So I'm sitting in a cold room. It's good. You know, people do cold plunges for health, and I just plunge myself into the frigid office. Man dies of exposure in his own office.
Businessman.
Yep. Unknown podcaster dies in his office. God.
Guy who bought a microphone for no reason found dead.
That is accurate. That's some in-depth, hard-hitting reporting.
There's nothing gayer than telling your wife that you're about to podcast.
Yeah, I told my wife that I was about to go record a podcast with Matt, and I am single now.
Yeah, like literally, it's like I'm gonna record, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go. Perfect. I'm gonna fall out of love with you over here.
Yeah. It's like a perfect meme where it's like, "Mommy, where's Daddy?" It's like, "It's okay, sweetie. He's just podcasting right now." Mommy?
What was that? A group of white guys is called a podcast.
Yes,
it's very funny.
Yeah,
it's about
a group of crows is called a murder. A group of white guys is called a podcast.
It's about time. Chris and I looked at our skin color, looked at our gender, and we said, we got a podcast.
Yeah, somebody's got to hear us. Somebody's got to hear these conversations. And so now you're hearing it right now, and you're enjoying it because it's funny, it's self-referential, it's a little bit meta, and it's definitely true.
And look, dude, the other things that white people have a lockdown on are lame, okay? Like NASCAR, please.
I mean, come on. Try turning right for once. Dale Earnhardt did. Look what happened to him. Too soon?
NASCAR is actually awesome, if not for the fan base.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick to drive 215 miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, driving fast, I like to go fast. That's cool.
They don't turn left. They don't turn at all.
Yes, they do.
Insane.
The racetrack is not that curved. It's not that banked that they don't have to ever turn.
Is ridiculous on the turns. Like you can barely walk up it.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't you shoot something on a racetrack at some point? No,
but a bunch of friends of mine worked on Logan Lucky, that Steven Soderbergh movie.
Dude, I saw that in theaters, man. Back in 2013 when it came out.
Logan Lucky's a pretty fun movie. It's basically it's funny because Soderbergh made Ocean's 11, the new Ocean's 11 like movies, whatever, and then
Yeah,
it's like I'm just gonna make the same exact type of movie, but
but
just with rednecks.
yeah,
They rob a
rednecks.
racetrack,
Yeah,
and it's way better than Ocean's. Honestly,
I mean,
I
I
liked it.
like them both. I mean, I'm a huge Steven Soderbergh stan for sure. He made
Steven
my favorite movie.
Stan. What,
My
your favorite
favorite
movie?
Yeah, one of
Is
my
it
favorite
Schizopolis?
Schizopolis. My favorite movie.
Movies
It was an
insane.
independent film by Steven Soderbergh where he was the cinematographer, director, the lead actor playing two different characters who have to interact with each other.
Schizopolis is such a funny meta. It is not talking about meta. It's a meta movie.
Yeah.
You literally see the crew of the film sometimes. Like the camera
Yeah.
will turn and you'll see the movie being made.
Yeah. He like points to it. It's everything
wild.
that I
So funny.
like learned to appreciate from like all of my studies in film in
Your
college.
studies.
Yeah, I mean, I took every film class that my college had to offer,
You
and
just dropped out and watched movies.
I already appreciated movies before I went, but no, it was cool. Actually, on our syllabus was another Steven Soderbergh movie, The Limey.
Oh,
Which
I've
is
actually
really
never seen The Limey.
Oh, it's awesome. I think it's and to consider this as well, I think it came out in 97.
Yeah, it's one of his earlier.
Yeah, it's an earlier. I mean,
Well, he probably had made.
he's
5
been working
movies.
since the late 80s, mid 80s, or something.
Yeah,
Like making his own stuff.
He makes movies every year. His
Yeah.
new movie looks awesome as shit, and I cannot wait to see it.
What's it called?
Presents.
I love presents.
Yeah,
Christmas. That's why I love Christmas.
Yep, wrong spelling. And
whoops. Okay. Yeah, I'm smart.
But no. So Presents is a haunted house story about a family living in a haunted house, but the camera is the ghost, and every scene is like long, like floating shots, and everyone who's seen it is like, it's like so dramatic and scary, but they're like, it's not because of the supernatural part. They're like, it's just the family drama. You're like, holy shit.
Wow.
And it's like a ghost just watching a drama and then interacting with it like every once in a while. And I was like, it looks so cool.
That's a pretty. I mean, I not in a million years would I have had that idea.
Also,
that's why I
Lucy
love
Liu
Steven
is
Soderbergh.
the mom, and Lucy Liu is hello. I love you.
We've got a Lucy Liu fan in the house. Lucy, if you're listening,
I mean,
you're not.
It's just funny. It's like, dude, that hot young Lucy Liu. It's like, dude, me and Lucy Liu are older.
Lucy Liu.
She just looks like a normal. She's just a woman in her 50s.
Yeah. I mean, she's
gorgeous.
She has aged beautifully. Like many. You know, the Grammys were last night.
Oh, yes.
I
saw 20 seconds of red carpet clips, and that's it.
I watched a little bit of it, and it was fun. It was fun. Trevor Noah did a nice job hosting, and there were lots
pleasant job.
Yeah, it was good. But I commented on that to my wife. I was like, man, it's weird. Like Lucy Liu is kind of in the same category as Beyonce, because I was like,
right.
I mean, honestly, I cannot see a difference between her now and when she became famous. It's like, how is that possible to just not age at all? I mean,
I think it might be
being insanely rich and having access to
Right.
all the best skincare and anti-aging stuff.
There is that, but there's also the factor of like you see your kids. Oh, good. My wife decided to blend something. Perfect.
We can't hear it. Don't worry.
Right.
She's like,
well, I was gonna say there's
bringing
there's
up the production value of the podcast.
There's the factor of like if you see your kids every day, you don't notice them growing as much.
Sure.
And so you just see famous people every so often, and then
that's a good point.
Then
I
you
did
go
not
back
side by side her when she was starting out, when she was in Destiny's Child, and now I didn't.
Dude, I just saw the Shawshank Redemption came on the other day, so of course you have to watch the entire thing because that's that movie.
That's how that works.
But I was like, Morgan Freeman in that movie, you're like, he's the old guy. And I was like, that movie, he's still acting. That movie came out a long time ago.
It was 31 years ago.
So I looked it up and I was like, oh, he's like 55 in the Shawshank Redemption.
No shit.
I was like, he's like young. I was like, oh, fuck. He's like 80 something still acting. I was like, wow.
Good for him.
But then to me, I'm like, oh, yeah, Morgan Freeman's never aged in 30 years. But then then you actually go back and look and you're like, oh, yeah, you have subtly aged for sure.
So, yeah. I mean, there is the trope, black don't crack.
But to kill.
That generally people with an African background in their DNA, they age really well. They look beautiful always. And we turn into ghouls.
Well, when black cracks, it fucking shatters. And then all of a sudden you're like, that black dude is 1,000 years old.
It's like just one day it switches over. And you're just like,
dude,
no.
I have a couple of friends that were stationed in Okinawa, and one of them married an Okinawan woman, and they have kids now. And but he was saying that he was like, he goes, Okinawans are some of the oldest people. I think they are the oldest people on the planet.
Yeah, and, they age the most gracefully. I think they have like the best diet.
Yeah. And they're in a hilly area, and it's all there's a lot of factors.
Lots of like physical fitness is.
But he was just like, look, man. He goes, they're beautiful and everything. He goes, but then there's like a 1 week period where they age 80 years. Like all of a sudden a woman is like the oldest woman in the world is just like, oh my God.
I need to hide a week so I can grow all my wrinkles this week and then reemerge.
Yeah, dude, like like the shapeshifter in the show Outsider has to like crawl in a cave for a month. Like crawl back out. Everyone should watch The Outsider. It's such a good reference. I want more people to see that.
I got to be honest with you. I don't get the reference. I didn't see it.
It's so good. I
haven't seen that shit. What is it?
It's a Stephen King book. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Good old Stevie.
The Outsider is really cool. It's a good plot. It's like a guy who they find a kid murdered because it's Stephen King who kills kids in everything he's ever written.
Oh, yeah.
But they find a murdered kid in the woods who's been like eviscerated. It's like really ghastly. And then
horrible.
They have security camera footage.
Hate security cameras already. I'm not liking the show.
A white van pulling up to this parking lot of this like where the park the kid was found in.
Ugh.
And a guy getting out, and they're like in the show. Jason Bateman plays this dude, and he gets out with the kid on camera, and then they go and they arrest him, and he's like, I was at a doctor symposium that night in
lied. I
in
have
another
seen
state.
this. We talked about this years ago. I thought this was a
Oh.
new show you were talking about.
No. So yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
the Bateman one. Where? Okay, yes.
So and it's like no. So
Oh.
yeah, he's on camera in two places simultaneously, and
Yes.
it like breaks this police officer's mind.
Yes.
It's like there cannot be counter evidence like this. It
Yeah,
cannot happen.
he's never seen something so like obvious. And
It's
yeah,
so
then
good. It's such a good story because it sets it up so perfectly of like what is the explanation for this, and the woman, the autistic private investigator character who's one of Stephen King's best characters.
Yeah.
She's just like she's like there can only be one explanation and nobody is going to like it. There is a shape-shifting
that was
monster in this world. And they're like, "What? You psychopath." But it's great,
There's
like how
that is the only one explanation.
yeah, El Cuco, dude.
Yes.
And,
Yeah,
but it's
because
so like it's
wasn't
set up so
she-
realistically. It's great.
Yeah, didn't she have? She had some. Was it like a Native American?
Yeah, I think her
tale?
like it was like her Native American or Mexican grandmother used to like tell them about El Cuco,
Yeah,
this like shape-shifting monster, and it was like, oh, there actually could be one that's been around. It's so
Wow.
scary. So it's like I think in the Stephen King universe, like El Cuco and Pennywise are like two similar but different species of being that like they're aware of each other, and like they're aware that there are other things out there. It's like so creepy. His like his bad guys are like aware of the other things out there, just like oh
yeah, they all exist within the same like Stephen King universe.
yes, including aliens,
Yeah,
which is great.
yeah. I mean, that is just such a creepy idea of a shape shifting creature that can like become.
But I love
either
it takes a month to do it, so it has to like crawl away and just hide and be like, just mutated. Fucking
Yeah.
they
So
do show it in the
gross.
show. There's like when it has like a half a Bateman face. It's like half Jason Bateman.
Going half Bateman, you got to go full Bateman.
You gotta go.
Oh, I go full the other Bateman,
Dude,
Patrick Bateman.
can we talk about what we were talking about yesterday when the internet crashed for you?
Oh yeah, so yeah, we started to record yesterday. Now it's like 5 a.m. for me, or just hit 6. Oh yeah, we were recording something, and my internet completely obliterated itself somehow, and now it's back up and running. Okay, so what did you want to pick up on?
We were talking about how Charles Darwin and Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, owned the same tortoise.
Yeah,
They owned the same tortoise named Harriet.
yeah.
What?
Which okay,
Dude,
so
it was 175 years old, and it died 3 months or 4 months before Steve Irwin died from stingray attack.
yeah.
Yikes!
Which, ouch.
But it
First
was
off,
just like this
rest in
Charles
peace,
Darwin. This Charles Darwin tortoise died under the supervision of the crocodile hunter 150 years later. That's insane.
yeah. It's really okay. So what, the 1860s or 70s? After we talked about it, I forgot to research it, so I still don't know the exact number.
Stole this tortoise that was probably a few decades old. He stole it off the Galapagos
Yeah,
to like study it, throw it in some zoos, whatever he did with it. So this thing got passed around. So Darwin dies. This thing is alive still. It goes to a zoo. It goes to several zoos. Probably has to go from like Europe, like around the world. Like
yeah. He probably went back to
empires.
England and then went to Australia. I guess was with Steve Irwin. Eventually,
it went through all modern warfare, from the Civil War, World War
yeah.
One, Two, everything. I was thinking about this,
And
though.
you know what it was aware of? Nothing.
What?
It was like, I like lettuce.
That brings
I'm
me-
a fan of lettuce.
Nom.
Nom.
The way they eat
Oh, God.
lettuce leaves.
To be a turtle.
So I was thinking this giant tortoise, for 175 years, the only people that it interacted with were nerds. So this thing thinks that it's like, humans are dorks. Like,
humans are dorks. They're really smart. They get excited about nerdy shit.
Dude, every human is a zoologist with khaki pants. And they're like, the way Steve Irwin dressed was like probably how Darwin dressed.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, he probably had a dumb wool coat on.
Yeah. He was probably wearing like wool mariner stuff, so you could traverse the oceans in comfort and style.
Dude, so this thing just went his whole life just getting fed lettuce leaves by zoologists. It was just it is funny, like, how little metaphysical thought a tortoise probably does throughout its life. And it's like, this thing, you'd think, like, shouldn't have Darwin lived 150 years?
Yeah.
And not this thing is like,
yeah. Hey, man. It's the gift of a slow metabolism, I guess.
Cold-bloodedness.
Like, yeah, right. I'm good.
That is what it is, partially.
Yeah.
So, dude, they said if you grabbed an alligator out of a lake and you tossed it into a cage and did not feed it, just starved it to death, it would take 2 years before it died.
Wow.
It just would go like the low power mode and just sit there and not move forever. It's like, oh my God.
Wow.
Reptiles are freaks, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, well, there's a reason that like alligators are still around. They're in the fossil record from like
before dinosaurs, I think.
Like, yeah, they evolved at the same time as dinosaurs and were able to survive the nuclear winter of the big meteor that killed off all the other larger reptiles.
It
was just the right size and had just the right resilience.
Dude, yeah, they were like, there's a global ash winter from an asteroid impact, and it just goes like, it's colder, go under weeds in the water. Like, that's what its brain did. It was just like, go in the water, it's warmer there. And then it just survived for like millions of years.
Oh, it's insane.
Did you know before the asteroid struck that alligators used to be doctors? They all lost their professions.
Yeah, they lost their license to practice.
All the paperwork got burnt up. Asteroid strike.
Oh, man.
Speaking of that,
it's a real career ruiner.
The
old asteroid.
The apocalypse. I watched that awesome Werner Herzog documentary, Fireball. It's on Apple, I think, but he did a documentary just about the history of the world via impacts from outer space.
Oh, and sweet.
It's so funny at times because Werner Herzog is the funniest dude ever.
Oh, God.
And where the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, it hit in like the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like the crater is half in the Gulf of Mexico and then half in Mexico.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you mean the Gulf of America?
The Gulf of Cuba.
The Gulf of Cum.
Yeah.
Cuba,
United States,
Mexico. So gross.
Ocean.
Come to me. Come.
So it's so funny because they're talking about this, like, the reason humans came to be is because of this impact in the Yucatan Peninsula, and the human natives that lived there for the last couple thousand years, they worshipped Quetzalcoatl, which is a person or god that rode down. Basically, the idea is that Quetzalcoatl is the asteroid. Like, he fell from space and is like this bright, shining. I think Quetzalcoatl's historically or mythologically supposed to be white, basically, which they didn't have white people, but they thought Quetzalcoatl was white, which fucked them up when the Spanish got there. That's why they got all nuts.
Oh,
but anyways, so
unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate.
They're like, yeah, white. That means they're from space. Divine.
These dudes must be Quetzalcoatl's friends. These guys are cool.
Yeah, look at their cool shiny armor and stuff.
But
nice sword.
But they keep coughing on us. So, but it's so funny. So Werner Herzog was like, these people, the Mayans, or I can't remember if it's the Mayans or the Aztecs now, but because I'm dumb. But one of them that believe this, they were like, he was like, they worshipped something from space, and they lived inside of a crater from the most important asteroid strike that we know of, and they had no idea. Like, they didn't know that was an asteroid site. Like, the crater's like hundreds of miles across. It's like a mountain range.
Yeah.
And he goes, but it cuts to Werner Herzog at that place now, and he goes, he just cuts to him standing there, and he goes, today this place is a total shithole.
Oh wow! Today this place is a total shithole.
You just walk around this poor Mexican town that's just shit, and he's just like, this place is terrible. I was like, dude, you're so funny.
Yeah,
he's the most honest person.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, he is one of the funniest people to ever live, without intending to be funny. I think.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I think he does troll sometimes.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, some of it is just dry, like, it's dry humor where he's just like intending to be like kind of funny, and,
right. He gets the joke
by being overly honest and like saying what is maybe impolite to say, but now this place is a shithole.
But he's also looked up to by famous director. Like, all big directors know him and love him. Like, this guy is a masterful,
an incredible
director.
Storyteller, director. I think we have even talked about it, but like that clip of him in the jungle just being like, it just always sticks out to me. They are all screaming in pain. The jungle is full of misery.
This place is
destruction.
Total chaos and death. He's just standing in like a beautiful rainforest, and he's just like, everything around me is everything just trying to murder everything else.
Yeah. It's a struggle for survival. Like, a peaceful breeze blows through the leaves, and he's like, it's a struggle for survival.
There is no God
total
here.
Degradation. Everyone climbing through the muck to come out on top. Oh. I have a bad Werner Herzog, but you went funny.
Nuts there. Dude.
I went a little nuts.
He is in one scene of Rick and Morty, which I'm not a crazy Rick and Morty fan, but like, I've seen a bunch of clips of it. But he's in one clip of it where they like are interviewing him. He's like an alien, and he like went to Earth. He's like talking about Earth.
Yeah, it's
one of the funniest clips. He's like, he was just like, they are all obsessed with their penises. It is funny when they are small, and it is funny when they are big. And dude, and he goes like, and he's talking about how people hold objects up to their penises, and he goes, for instance, he's like, someone holds such and such up to their penis, and they say, "Hello, I am Mr. Such and Such penis. I have such and such for a penis. Dude, it's so funny. Getting him to say that is hilarious. Dude, it's funny when they're small and it's funny when they're big.
It's so good.
It's brilliant.
Oh, it's funny when they're small and funny when they're big.
He's also the bad guy in Jack Reacher, and
Is
he's
he?
like, yes, he's the bad guy in the first Jack Reacher movie,
Awesome.
and it's not a great movie, but he is great. He has. Do you not know this? His character.
I've never seen Jack Reacher.
His character only has 2 thumbs and no other fingers. And the first time you see him, he's like a crime boss, whatever. And they have a guy, they're gonna like kill this dude, and he's like, I will let you live if you can bite off all your fingers. And the dude's like, what the fuck? And the guy tries to bite off one finger, and then he's just like, fuck this, fuck you. And then they kill him. and they shoot the guy, and then Werner Herzog pulls his hands out, and he has no fingers, and he's just like, why does nobody want to live? And it's like, whoa, it's like, that's a pretty awesome setup for a bad guy.
That is, I mean, just thinking about the actual process of having to do that.
It is interesting because you have to be a psychopath to do it.
Yeah, there's just like
so it's weeding out
biting
like,
off your own fingers. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's a
that
pretty
is
scary,
horrifying
bad guy.
thought.
So I can't even do this impression because I'm just stepping on Paul F. Tompkins because he goes.
Yeah, he's the best.
I have to say his joke though. He goes. What has 2 thumbs and not much else going on hand wise? This guy. I was like, all right, that's great.
Oh yeah. As soon as you said that he had 2 thumbs, I was trying to come up with a 2 thumbs. Who has 2 thumbs?
Who has 2 thumbs and that's it.
Yeah, who has 2 thumbs? This guy.
But I was like, that's a Paul F. Tompkins joke. It's already funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't have been able to top it, to be honest.
Everyone look at Paul F. Tompkins' Werner Herzog impression.
Yeah, he's great.
There's a clip of someone making Werner Herzog listen to that impression for the first time, and it
is pretty good.
He's just like, this man is very funny. It's very funny. He is a funny man.
He really tapped into the whole vibe that I bring to the conversation.
God, that would be weird to have someone do an impression of you.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do an impression of you.
Cool.
Damn, my name is fucking Matt Perry.
Damn it. It is
Just
me.
Kidding.
My name is Chris Drake, and I'm the coolest.
I'm so cool.
Chris is still broadcasting from the set of The Thing, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, guys. I heard it behind me. I'm scared for my life, but I'm going to keep going.
You do look like you're in a cool horror film.
Yeah. I love the mood lighting that I've created.
Yeah, it's pretty
for
sick.
those of you who are just listening, and check this one out on YouTube, where it'll be visible.
We have a YouTube.
It's a YouTube.
We're all dead.
Dude,
we have a
dead.
YouTube. We have an Instagram. We have a Reddit. No one cares.
Yeah, hey, so check this out.
Especially me.
I've been asked by multiple people now. They're like, so you've got a podcast. What's it about? What do you guys talk about?
Mostly Werner Herzog.
Like, well.
The director of Grizzly Man, mostly.
Yeah. It's like, a lot. We talk about everything, and nothing at the same
dog
time.
Vomit, religion, politics.
Yeah, we've covered dog vomit, religion, politics.
The more serious the topics get on this podcast, the less serious I become. But when we're talking about like an episode of The Simpsons, I'm all in, baby.
Yeah.
Now it's a fucking Charlie Rose discussion.
Yeah, we're really Charlie Rosing it today.
Yeah, you really are with the black background. If the,
Yeah.
if the power went out in Charlie Rose's studio, you are what we would get.
I'm in a white void that looks black.
Dude, Chris is in the back rooms.
Yeah,
You know
dude.
about the back rooms?
I do, because my kids know about the back rooms from
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
That's like the new creepy pasta for kids. Is back rooms.
Yeah, the back
I played some
rooms.
back rooms video games.
Yeah, it's popular. Like it's very popular with the kids. The back rooms. It's just like
It's
like
the,
can you
it's
can
the
you remember
Truman
like
Show?
can you remember like the urban legends from when we were growing up that we would
I remember
all,
the
like,
urban Lebanese guy.
the urban lebens that we are talking about. No,
Which one?
Well,
All of them.
so there was the high beams.
Oh,
where,
right.
Remember the high beams?
Yes, the high beam, getting high beamed.
Yeah, so like someone is following your car and they keep putting on their high beams and you're like, what is this person doing? And you start getting more and more scared because they're following you. I think this was also in that book Scary Stories.
Yes.
Which had like the creepy looking images. That was like
To Tell in the Dark.
Yeah, Scary Stories.
Which I
To
think they
Tell in
just
the Dark.
made into a movie, but
Ooh. So
like-
maybe the high beams one is going to be in that movie because
I think it's
compelling.
already. I feel like it's
probably already
out.
been done.
I think Amazon is like threw it out as like a quick movie or something. Someone did.
Cool.
Anyways,
yeah,
yes.
so that
but
one-
the high
yeah,
beam
so-
is trying to
Yeah,
warn
the person
you.
is they're trying to save you from the stabber in the back seat that's reaching up to kill you, and they
By
put
the
on their
way-
high beams to scare that person back down.
If
And so
that
it's
was
like,
me, I would just turn and stop following that car and be like, I don't fucking care what happens to those people.
like, man, why did they let that guy with the huge knife in their back seat?
Dude,
He's
actually,
looking pretty murdery.
for real, I know for a fact my real instinct would be I would turn around and check my back seat and then go, oh, thank God it's not me.
Wow.
Thank God that's not happening to me. Deuces.
Deuces, turkey. Enjoy.
There's the hook hands on the old. There's a hook on hanging from the car door. The hooked hand man tried to get in the car.
Yeah.
That was one. The call
Yeah.
is coming from inside the house,
Yeah.
which isn't possible
So,
now because of cell
lot of-
phones.
A lot of like less supernatural creepypasta and more just like there's a
Serial
psychopath.
killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always scary that if there's a serial killer in your house.
Yeah. Like all this backroom stuff that the kids nowadays, they have like crazy creatures that have weird traits like sirens
Right.
for heads. And
They always do this sped up walking. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's frozen and then it's fast forwarded motion.
Yeah. And then,
That's-
super quick movement. That's creepy, scary.
One filmmaker did that in one movie, and then everyone stole it.
Yeah. What was The Ring or something?
Yeah, something. So I think they had whoever the monster, bad guy, demon, whatever was, they filmed them walking extremely slowly, and then they sped the film up like 4 times, so it looks like they're
Yeah.
like that's how-
scampering towards you in a real
or they film
uncanny
back.
way.
or they have them act backwards and then they play it forward, so it looks all disjointed.
Yeah.
That's such a like common thing now. Meanwhile, Creepypasta may have had it right though. It's like, dude, the movie 7 is like one of the scariest movies, and it's
Yeah.
like, this is not only possible, it's happened. It's mostly based on a Russian serial killer. in
No
movie
way.
7, and by the
Really?
way, the guy didn't kill 7 people; he killed like 70 people.
Oh no.
And
But like in the same creepy ways with
no,
like, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
That was
So-
the scary part about that movie. Not just that people were being killed, but that
the
they were being
sins.
killed in such specific ways that
They
were
were
like,
all sinners.
yeah. The scariest part about that movie is the thought that the killer put into killing people.
Yeah, he spent like his whole life just focusing on this.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to become a creepy mastermind and get other people to kill other people. Like the one guy, like who got
he fucks someone to death.
Yes,
that's the worst thing ever. Maybe in a movie.
That actor,
woo, that guy's a good actor.
Oh, I met him actually on the set of a pilot. That
dude, he's so good.
Yeah,
he's in Saving Private Ryan. He's so fucking good.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher his name. I almost want to look it up because
Tom Cruise.
God damn it!
I'm gonna butcher this, but
I'm gonna butcher this. Raoul McCartney. I don't know. What's his? Hold on, I'm gonna look him up.
He's great. He's in Private Ryan as the helicopter pilot who crashed, and the crash took his commanding officer's head off.
Is it Leland Orser?
Yes,
Leland Orser.
Dude,
yes.
Leland Orser.
Dude,
shout
it's
out.
So funny.
You're the man.
I remembered his name as I was typing 7 in. I was like, it's Leland Orser. I remember now.
He's also an Alien Resurrection, I want to say.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He brings it so hard. He always gets these emotional parts that are like, hey, we need you to totally freak the fuck out. And he's like
yeah,
right.
There was a sweet spot in the 90s when they were like, man, this character needs to absolutely lose their shit in a way that no one has ever lost their shit on film before.
He's so good at it.
And he is so good.
Yeah.
Oh man. And they hire Leland Orser and he crushes it every time.
Yeah.
So good.
I love actors like that, dude. I throw him in there with like Sam Rockwell of like, these are my favorite actors. Like these
Leland Orser for
character dudes. Another guy that pops into my head as one of these dudes is Scoot McNairy. Do you know Scoot McNairy? You would know his face immediately. Scoot? Yeah, Scoot's an awesome name.
I really do remember. It's tingling something in my brain, but I don't have a mental picture right now.
He is. I'll flash a picture of him on the screen right now. Bink. Scoot McNairy's the man, and he's in so much shit. He was one of a newer movie. Well, it's not new. It's probably a few years back, 5, 6. The movie The Rover with Guy Pearce. And Scoot McNairy is like one of the dudes in that movie, and he's so good. He's in this movie called Aftermath with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is an independent film. It's fantastic and very relevant now because of all these plane crashes. Holy shit.
He played a slave owner in 12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave. Yes, he's the slave owner. That's right. Yeah, dude. Scoot, really good actor. Shout out. Scooties.
Scooterton.
Scooty McNuckies.
Scootalicious. Scooty Booty Doody. I love the name.
I'm going to send this clip to him. I don't appreciate being called Scooty McNuckies.
Scout McHarry. No, Scoot McNairy. He sounds. I've seen him in some stuff. He's good.
Yeah, he's the bomb. Anyways, shout out, dude. This is Werner Herzog, Scoot McNairy, Leland Orser. We need to get these guys together to make a super movie.
Oh, dude, could you imagine? Every scene has to be the most dramatic thing that has ever happened.
Yeah. It's like Orser's scene in 7, every scene.
People walk out of like, we're like doing polling, test screenings, and they're just like, I'm exhausted. Everything.
So tired.
I had to stop caring eventually because everything was so intense.
Oh, speaking of movies, I want you to describe to anyone listening what my shirt is real quick. Hold on.
Okay. We're doing shirts. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, so the popular film by Paul Thomas Anderson, There Will Be Blood, features a burning like oil well, and this burning oil well is there, and in the same font as There Will Be Blood, it says Air Will Be Bud. And there is a beautiful golden retriever composited over the burning oil well. That is insane. Where the hell did you get that shirt? It's amazing.
It's like, I found a There Will Be Blood Air Bud mashup shirt.
That is, dude.
I was like, well, that shirt's obviously mine now.
Yep. Purchase. The algorithm worked on you, bro.
Dude.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool shirts, I've got a cool shirt on.
All right, my turn to describe. Well, it's in the darkness. Oh, it's our friends Henry and Mari's shirt, Nameless Numberhead.
That's right.
Which is a reference to the movie Schizopolis.
Yeah. Full circle, baby. Yeah. Schizopolis, my favorite movie. Showed it to Henry back in 2000, I want to say 7.
When we were in Chicago, we watched it, I think.
we watched it in Charleston.
Oh, maybe before. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, man.
Showed
there's
him
a character
Schizopolis
in it named Nameless Numberhead Man.
Yeah.
Who's that guy that you work? Who's that guy that you work with? He's like, you mean Nameless Numberhead Man?
Numberhead Man. Like it almost sounds like he made it up while he was saying it.
But then it's his name.
Nameless Numberhead Man.
Who's that guy that always wears the brown shirts? That movie's so good. Dude, I love when he's in the bathroom at his work and he's just making faces in the mirror for no reason.
Going in the mirror.
And then a guy walks in on him. He's like, hey, man, how's it going? And the guy goes, not good. And he goes, oh, okay. And walks out of the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Like, not good. Okay, bye.
Oh, well, yep. Sounds good. The scenes where he's talking to his wife, it's all like generic greeting.
Yeah.
Generic greeting returned.
They don't use their dialogue. They say the subtext of the dialogue.
And it makes for
query about upcoming sustenance.
Yeah. It's so beautiful how it highlights
positive
their
reaction.
Positive reaction indicating satisfaction with the food.
Dude, he also has the subtext conversation with his neighbor across the street. And he goes, your wife's big ass always leaves me satisfied. he's like, okay.
He's like, yep, she'll be over next week.
Yeah, she says that. He goes, I bet all the guys say that.
I bet all the guys say that. Oh, God.
I know it makes no sense to anyone listening to us.
Yeah, you just got to see it. It's an amazing context.
Movie.
It's amazing. When he's talking to his wife and it's all subtext, then a child comes in the room and he talks normal language to the child.
Right.
Like he's having an authentic reaction and an authentic experience with the child. But everything that adults are saying to each other is
bullshit.
Is just like routine,
a facade.
That is just it was just like it was such a cool way to represent that and to break it up with like having the child come in.
Yeah,
it was just awesome. I mean, the whole movie is really a fun thing. He works for a corporation that is like a self-help religion, like Scientology style.
It's like a Scientology type corporation, and he's just like a paper pusher and an ad writer, basically.
And he gets promoted to write a big speech.
Right, his chance to really make an impact is to write this big self-help speech that cannot say anything but must say everything.
Yes,
so funny.
It must give the impression of a long-lasting group venture, but be forgotten immediately after it's heard. Like all of this, like grandiose, but vague. And
Yeah.
it is just like the description that the boss gives him of
It's
like
like,
what
you
the
must
speech needs to do.
Give
is-
details while not being specific at all.
Everything is a contradiction.
Yeah, it's all contradictory.
Perfect.
Which is exactly what self-help is anyways.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a bunch
it's
of
so
bullshit
good.
words that end up being nothing in your brain later. You're like,
Yeah, you're like,
Oh.
I remember the feeling, but I don't know what was said at all. The general thrust.
you just walk around and be positive. And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's like everyone knows that, you asshole.
Yeah,
It's not a choice.
it's true. Well, you
I
know what
guess
is a
it
choice?
What?
We have a new sponsor. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have a new sponsor. And you know, it's time of the show where we do the ad read. Unfortunately, Uncle Larry's Sloppy Bologna Doinkers folded.
Oh,
They're
no.
no longer in business.
Damn
Turns
it.
out they were just a fly-by-night
Uncle
operation,
business.
trying to offload some extra dog food.
One of those classic
So,
fly-by-night Uncle corpse.
But now we have a much more respectable sponsor.
I haven't heard.
Yeah. No, I've been making these deals kind of behind Matt's
Chris
back.
is our business guy. He's out
Yeah,
there wheeling and dealing.
I'm the head of biz dev over here at We're All Dead.
I'm more of an idea guy.
Yeah, you have an idea. Yes. Today's episode is brought to you by Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses. Tired of your livestock running around covered in mold, moss, tiny shrubberies? We've all been there. With Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses, your troubles are over. No more sloppy, slimy, wet goats in the goat zone. Your horned friends will be mold, moss, and shrubbery free, or your money back. But Dr. Chungus, I've tried other goat regulators before. How can I be sure I can trust Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses? If the money back guarantee wasn't enough, we'll actually give you $20 worth of your favorite goat pellets as an added subscription bonus. Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses. Turn your goat into a giant zombie mushroom today.
There's a Chungus among us.
There's a Chungus among us.
Oh, dude.
Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses.
Thank you, Dr. Chungus, for your support of our podcast.
We believe in you, Dr. Chungus.
What country is Dr. Chungus from?
Oh, Chungus, of course.
It sounds like a German Chinese name, if I had to guess.
Oh, yes. Wow, nailed it.
Oh, cool. He's a German Chinese.
Yep.
And his parents combined last names.
Yep. Chun, Gus.
And Gustifer.
Oh, man.
Dude. Oh, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chungus's Funky Goat Funguses. Oh, that's awful, isn't it?
Jeez. It can be.
So stupid.
We're fucking idiots.
Speaking of Chun, I went to went to poker night with my buddies on Saturday. I got second place. We got the most second place finishes.
Was it a tourney style?
Yeah, full tournament style, $50 buy-in. I got second place, so I got $100, but I had to re-buy in because I went all in early and got beat. The guy drew out on me.
That's typically how I end up in the money, is I have to rebuy once.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck this, and then I get all nuts.
This is my first time having to rebuy in this poker game. We've had like 3 or 4 poker games so far.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about once a month. Pretty great.
Cool.
But right before, my wife and I ate some Chinese food at our friend Kelly's 40th birthday gathering.
Yes.
And they gave me a packet of soy sauce. And I knew, like, my buddy Max is, he's got such a he's got such a dirty mind. He always making like middle school funny like jokes, like
Sure.
where he's just like, and the soy sauce was called Cum Chun, Kum, from Lee Kum Kee
Okay.
distributors. So I was like, I knew that would be like funny to him, and he was like, so I saved the soy sauce packet, and then I
Watching
gave
out
it
for
to
your
him,
friends.
and he was like, oh, we gotta give it to Corey when we go play poker, and just like, you know, joke around with him about that real quick. But then it turned into a bit where everyone was passing the sauce packet around the table for luck, and it was just it
became like the dealer button.
Yeah, it turned into like a whole thing where some people thought the Cum Chun was cursed, some people thought the Cum Chun was lucky, and it was just.
We're not superstitious at all until you're gambling, and then you're like, fucking,
you're like, what's
ghosts are real.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's
there's
like
something about it, man.
It's like
gambling
ghosts aren't real until it's 3 a.m. in my bedroom, and I hear a thud inside my bedroom, and I'm like, oh, fucking demons exist. I didn't believe in them until right now.
Yeah, I am not a superstitious person, but I will wear the same underwear for a year in a row if it means I'll always win at poker.
I think Cater and I think we wore, I can't remember if he did too, but I think we wore the same socks to like every poker game.
Really?
Like, kind of, yeah. It was just like I won tons with these, because in your brain you're like, well, maybe they made me comfortable.
Fucking matter.
Maybe they made me comfortable, and then when I'm comfortable, I could, you know. But that's the same.
God.
Athletes do that. Baseball players especially, because the game is so mental. But yeah, they have so many superstitions. But these are guys that like aren't religious otherwise. But they're just like, I fucking touched this twice, and then I put this shoe on first, and then it's like, it gets nuts.
Yeah, and I mean,
whatever it
is
takes.
Absolutely no way that actually helps you.
No,
in
the
any
other
sort
side's
of
doing the same thing.
Yeah, it has no effect. But what
you getting in
almost
your own
like
head though?
Yeah, you are getting by doing whatever your ritual is, you are creating the mindset for yourself that could potentially, you could perform your best if you're like, all right, I've got all this nailed down, dialed in. It's like, no, you know what really made this happen? You played baseball a million times before.
Yeah,
and you're probably going to do pretty good at it, and you're one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But I mean, and you win and you lose. Like every team wins and every team loses. There's never been an undefeated baseball season ever. Has there?
No, that's impossible.
I think so too.
I mean, it's not.
But I don't.
Possible,
I said that without knowing for sure.
No,
I don't know.
There's dude. They play
hundreds of games.
They'll play 7 games against the same team. It's like, no, there's too many variables in baseball.
Yeah.
Where you never.
Every pitch is different. Yeah. Every where the ball goes when you hit it can make or break whether you get on base or not. And
I mean, you can hit a home run and someone can still catch your home run and fuck you because they ran up the wall.
Yep. It's like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Panther dude.
They hit the wall. What movie was that? Was that Naked Gun where they're showing like a montage of baseball plays and the dude jumps up against, how they jump against the back wall to catch it, and the dude hits the back wall and his head comes off and flies over the wall. I can't remember what movie
I don't know.
Is,
I don't know if it's Naked Gun.
It's very funny if an outfielder hitting the wall and his head flies off.
Didn't expect that to happen.
Jesus. I think a baseball player died back in the early days of baseball by running through that back wall.
Really?
I'm pretty sure what movie? It's like The Natural or one of those movies, but like about early baseball. I can't remember which one it is. But like they one of the players, I'm pretty I would bet money that it's Michael Madsen who plays the character. He runs through the back wall of the outfield to catch a ball, and it cuts to his funeral.
It cuts straight from there to his funeral
because they were using just wood, and he just ran through broke his neck or something.
Oh my god, dude!
But I remember in the movie because it's filmed so the stunt's not that great, so he runs through the wall, and you're it's just funny looking because it's balsa wood.
Yeah, smash.
Oh, he's dead. Holy hell! What the fuck? But now it's now they're reinforced and padded so those guys can slam into them as hard as they want.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, being an outfielder, by the way, it sucks. Everyone that's sitting behind you is just hey,
jeering.
Fuck you.
Hey, dumbass.
Yeah, they can hear everything too.
Yeah. I've seen a couple times these guys getting pretty hot about people talking to them too. They're just almost borderline fight with the crowd because they're getting insulted so much. I
think they've jumped into the crowd before and punched people. Or when the crowd reaches out to grab the foul ball and they're I'm trying to catch them out, you assholes. Get out of here.
Oh, well, I mean the notorious
Chicago
Bartman.
Yeah, Bartman. Bartman got run out. Didn't he get run out of the country?
I mean, I think he moved away from Chicago for sure.
He had to leave Chicago.
Yeah,
100%. Which, by the way, someone else was they're can everyone stop blaming Bartman and blame the other 3 errors that the Cubs made that night? You fucking idiots.
Yeah,
they were not playing perfectly. It's the same with the what's his face. Oh shit! The first base roll between his legs. That was the biggest loss ever. Oh my god!
No.
I'm blanking. The first base it was a grounder to first base. It was an easy out. All he did was grab the ball, put his foot on the bag, and it was World Series over kind of deal. And it just went right between his legs, and he fucking just stood up and didn't even chase it. He just stood up and was like, "Fuck." Because they had a man on third and second or something. It was forced. Fuck. And he just I just lost the goddamn game. And he stands there.
Wow. He just was defeated immediately. He was just how did this happen?
I'm gonna lose my mind. Who the fuck?
I have no idea.
Buckner. That was
sounds familiar.
Yeah, Buckner. I think it was Buckner. Yeah, he's in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry
was he for the Yankees or
yes,
yeah,
it was the Yankees. I'm pretty sure. Look up Buckner's fuck up. So Larry David had him on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he set it up to where he had to toss.
Oh wow, yeah,
he had
Bill Buckner.
Bill Buckner.
Boston Red Sox, best known for his error in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series.
Yep, so Red Sox, my bad.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
That is what he is best known for.
That's his most famous thing.
Your claim to fame is that you fucked up.
And so...
that sucks.
In Curb,
poor guy.
They had a signed baseball they were looking at in an apartment, and Larry was hanging out with Bill Buckner, and Bill Buckner's like, "Hey, let me take a look at that," and he tosses it to him, and it flies out the window. Buckner misses it.
Oh wow!
And then at the end of the episode, this is incredible because Larry David is the man. He just is the man.
He's a genius.
Bill Buckner and him are walking down the street in New York, and there's an apartment complex on fire, and a woman has a baby, and she's like, and they're like, "Throw your baby down, throw your baby," and Buckner's like, I got it," and they're like, "Holy no!" And but it's great. They throw a baby down, and Larry is brilliant, and he let Buckner catch the fucking baby and save the day. And so it was nice of like Larry to like give it back to him. Like, nah, he's the man. Like,
That's awesome.
he saved a baby. This is better than the ball.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's so great, dude. That's but it's funny because Buckner was like, dude, our team like one of our outfielders dropped a fucking pop fly earlier that game, and it's like that could have changed the course of the game, and I never would have had to fucking take a grounder at first. You know, he's
exactly.
like, it's not all on one guy. I'm sure he felt that. Dude, I bet he was.
There's so many isolated single events that could go right or wrong in any game. And that's, a metaphor for life and the world.
What if a time traveler had killed Buckner's grandparents, That would be funny if a Red Sox fan got a hold of a time machine and that's what they use it for.
What if a shapeshifter threw an asteroid down into the field right before he was supposed to make the catch?
Oh, dude.
So silly.
And now the Aztecs are making a big comeback in baseball. So good for them. They fucking dominate baseball.
Love a good comeback story.
Oh, dude. I think we did it, man.
I think
Shout out Buckner. Shout out Buckner, Leland Orser, Scoot McNairy, Werner Herzog.
Oh, yeah.
You guys do a movie together.
You guys keep the world sane.
What?
You keep the world insane in the membrane. Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh. Well, that about does it for me. I got to go do the stuff that I have to do today. It's 6:50.
You've got to go sell anti-goat funguses.
No, it is a giant.
Oh, it's a pro fungus.
The fungus keeps all the mold and slime and shrubberies off of your goats.
The goats of us.
It's logically airtight. There's no, you can't poke holes in that product from Dr. Chungus.
Chungus.
All right, Perry.
All right.
Smooches, baby.
Love you, man.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Chungus.
Need your goat to slip and slide. Ooh, yeah. Uncle Chungus, funky fun, yeah, let it ride. Keep them goats all smooth and sleek. With that groovy slime, oh so unique. Funky fun, yeah. Ooh, yeah. On your goat, slippery and slick. Oh, that's no joke. Uncle Chungus got the magic vibe. Make your farm the funkiest alive. Shake those spores, watch them spread. Make those goats the funkiest instead. No more rough, all silky smooth. Groovy goats, oh yeah, that's the move. Funky funky, ooh yeah, on your goat. Slippery and slick, oh that's no joke. Uncle Chungus got the magic vibe. Make your farm the funkiest alive. Call and response, let's hear you shout. Hey, Uncle Chungus fungi, there's no doubt. Hey, get your gold on the funky train. Slippery vibes, keeping it safe. Oh, funky fungi, ooh yeah, on your goat. Slippery and funkiest alive.